Sri Ramajayam. Ashoka Vatika, Sri Lankapura in Ramayana. This visual document will take you through a period of time when the mighty King Ravana ruled over Lankapura, now known as Sri Lanka. The epic Ramayana depicts King Ravana as a devout Saivite who, through his severe penance and devotion, had obtained prolific boons from Lord Shiva. King Ravana, who was a pioneer in arts and crafts, architecture, medicine, aeronautical engineering, and warfare technologies, had an Achilles heel of lust and egoism, which served as his nemesis. It is believed that King Ravana had invented the game of chess to play with his queen Mandodari. He was also an exponent in classical music. Lord Hanuman, the son of Lord Vayu, had traveled through the length and breadth of Lankapura in search of Sita Devi, bringing prosperity to the island and paving the way for the defeat of the mighty King Ravana. Swami Chandrasekhar built the first Hanuman temple in Sri Lanka, known as Sri Panchamukha Anjaneyar Temple. This temple is blessed with the world's first chariot for Lord Hanuman. We start our journey with the blessings of Lord Hanuman. Constant research and inputs from Valmiki Ramayana has proved beyond doubts the existence of a very advanced civilization in Lankapura.
Om Shri Anjaneyaya Namaha.
රාවණාගේ බෙහෙත් ගුලිය හැමතෙම සත්තයි හිරිගල් පාසියෙන් ඇමරු බව නම් ඇත්තයි සීතා ගුහාවේ සැඟවී සිටි බව ඇත්තයි රාවණාව ලංකාවේ රජ කළ බව ඇත්තයි දැනට මූලාකෘතියක් තියෙනවා සුරක්ෂිත කරමින් යම් තැනක ඒ දඬුමොනර යන්ත්‍රයේ ඒකේ සාමාන්‍ය දෑත එකතු කරලා දිගෑරියාම ඒ ප්‍රමාණවත් කියලා හිතෙනවා ඒකේ හෝද තියෙන්නේ ඇද්දල වලින් හදලා රාවණ හා සීතාගේ රූප ඒ දනුමොනරාගේ ඉදිරි ආසනයේ තියෙනවා නිර්මාණය කරලා
Veragantota, which means a place of aircraft landing in native Sinhala language, is believed to be the first place where Sita Devi was brought into Lanka in King Ravana's Vimana. These jungles are the place where the city of Lankapura once stood. The city had a beautiful palace for Queen Mandodari, surrounded by waterfalls, streams, and varieties of flora and fauna. Sita Devi was kept in this palace until she was moved to Ashoka Vatika. These remains are the remnants of later civilizations. This place is now called Sita Kotuva, which means Sita's fort, and got its name because of Sita Devi's stay here. The city, which was the capital of mighty empire of King Ravana, also had an aircraft repair center known as Gurulapota. In Valmiki's depiction, King Ravana's Vimana resembled a huge peacock, and hence the name Gurulapota, which means parts of birds. The Vimana in Sinhala language is known as Dandu Monara, which means flying peacock. The hills in your vision is where Lord Hanuman first set his foot on Lanka, which was to change the fate of King Ravana. These hills stand tall in between King Ravana's capital city and Ashokavatika, where Sita Devi was held captive. Before Lord Hanuman landed here, he was tested en route by Suraksha Devi, the mother of Nagas, for his valor and intelligence. This island is now known as Nagadipam and has a Amman temple and a Buddhist shrine. The barren land is believed to be the route in which King Ravana took Sita Devi from his capital city Lankapura to Ashokavatika, which was paradise on earth. Till date, no vegetation grows on this passage except grass. King Ravana is believed to have taken this passage on top of the hills to show Sita Devi the beauty of his kingdom.
தாரை பற்றி எனக்கு நல்லாவே தெரியும். எனக்கடா பெரியவங்க அந்த காலத்தில் சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. இது வந்து சீதையம்மா கண்ணீர் விட்ட இடமா.
This pond, found en route, is formed from the tears of Sita Devi and has not dried up since, even during severe droughts when the adjoining rivers dry up. In this area too are found many large trees whose bright red blooms add color to the scenery. These flowers are called the Sita flowers. The peculiarity of these flowers is the configuration of the petals, stamen and pistils, which resemble a human figure carrying a bow and is said to represent Lord Rama. These flowers are unique only to this area in the whole of Sri Lanka.
இந்த கொழுக்கட்டை வந்து எங்களுக்கு ஒரு நம்பிக்கையான கொழுக்கட்டையாக இருக்கும்னாங்க இதை வச்சு.
When King Ravana carried Sita Devi on his chariot to Ashokavatika, he provided her with vitaminized rice balls for refreshment. But Sita Devi, who did not want to consume anything provided by King Ravana, scattered the rice balls all over the place during her journey, and they are found till date along the chariot track. The local people call these rice balls Sita Guli, and they prescribe them for the children as a cure for stomach disorders and headaches. The farmers too keep them in their cash boxes or grain pots for prosperity. It is claimed that the carbon dated testing has been done in Tokyo and Delhi on these rice balls and ascertained to be more than 5,000 years old. On these hills, where Hanuman was searching for Sita Devi, Chinmaya Mission of Sri Lanka have built a temple with Hanuman as the presiding deity.
Rajadam namaste astu namaste Ramapuchite prasthanandagarishyami Siddhir bhavatu me sadaham Asadya sataka swamin Asadyam tavagim pata Ramatuda kripa sinto Matkaryam sadaya prabhu. ராமாயணத்திலே சுந்தரகாண்டம் ஒரு முக்கியமான ஒரு பாகம்.
On every full moon day, special pujas are conducted and witnessed by thousands of devotees. This temple is called Sri Bhakta Hanuman Temple. King Ravana moved Sita Devi to Ashokavatika, hoping that the salubrious climate with its balmy breeze, the enchanting surroundings with waterfalls and trees would make Sita Devi more amenable to his advances. King Ravana's legendary orchard is supposed to have been somewhere on these beautiful hills, which is dotted with waterfalls. This entire area is known as Sita Talava. The chariot route that was used by King Ravana to bring Sita Devi to this enchanting area ends here. This barren piece of land in the midst of the jungle is the place where Sita Devi was kept captive and is called Sita Pokuna, which means Sita's pond in Sinhalese. It is believed and mentioned that a pond existed at this site during the captivity of Sita Devi. Local folklore says it is after Sita Devi left this place, the pond dried up. Until date, no vegetation grows on this particular piece of land, surrounded by dense forests on all sides.
Rama 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 Rama.
The stream, in your view, is attributed to be the stream which had catered to the needs of Sita Devi during her stay at Ashokavatika. She is said to have bathed in the stream, a fact mentioned in Valmiki Ramayana and also by the locals who inhabit this place. Lord Hanuman's arduous journey yielded result at Ashokavatika, which in turn changed the destiny of King Ravana and his city forever. It is interesting to note that footprints akin to Lord Hanuman's are found by this river, and some are of small size and some are of huge size, which tells us of the immense powers of Hanuman, transforming himself into any size he wishes for. After he had met Sita Devi, his very purpose of being there, left to announce his happy information to Lord Rama, rested on a hilltop en route. That hill, where Hanuman is believed to have rested after meeting Sita Devi, is known as Mani Kattuthe. Today, an open temple with statues of Lord Rama, Sita Devi, Lakshmana and Lord Hanuman stands on top of it. Local folks visit the temple often. According to Ramayana, after meeting Sita Devi, Lord Hanuman decided to test the strength of the mighty King Ravana and his army of Rakshasas. In the events that unfolded, Lord Hanuman's tail was set on fire by Rakshasas, who in turn went on to torch some parts of King Ravana's empire. Usangoda is one of the torched areas, which is said to have been an airport used by King Ravana. This area still holds the blackened, burned, scorched effect as a reminder of Lord Hanuman's escapade. It is also evident that the adjoining surrounding area has plant life. Its soil is altogether of a different color. Now we come to Istripura, which means area of women in Sinhalese. This was one of the places to which King Ravana shifted Sita Devi as a precautionary measure, which he was forced to take by Hanuman's advent. There are lots of intriguing tunnels and caves in this area, which seems to be a part of a great ingenious network of paths which is interconnected to all the major areas of King Ravana's city.
රාවණ රජතුමාට වමනාවක් තිබුණා සීතා දේවිය ලබා ගැනීමට. ඔහු තම දඬුමරණින් ගොස් ඉන්දියාවෙන් සීතා දේවිය රැගෙන ආවා.
Sita Devi had taken bath in this very stream and had dried her hair sitting on a rock and put clips to her hair. Hence, this rock is known as Kondakattugala.
රාවණ රජ්ජුරුව උන්ගේ ගුහාව මේ කන්දේ තියෙන හින්දා කියලා.
This is Ravana Goda. It is one more place where Sita Devi stayed during her transit. This area is also linked with tunnels and caves which runs through to other parts of King Ravana's kingdom.
ராவணன் இந்த மான் மேகநாதன் தவம் பண்ண இடம் இதுன்னு சொல்லி வரலாறுல இருக்குது.
Gayatri Peedam is believed to be the place from where King Ravana's son Meghnad propitiated Lord Shiva with penance and pujas and in turn was granted supernatural powers by Lord Shiva. This is the first and foremost temple built for Gayatri Amman in Sri Lanka, and the Shivalingam found in this temple was brought from the holy river Narmada. When Lord Rama's army entered Lanka, they took positions on different sides to attack King Ravana and his army. The army that was situated on the northern side faced a severe water crisis. Lord Rama, at this juncture, shot a powerful arrow into the ground and water sprung out immediately. Till date, there is a well situated at this very spot called Nilavarai in Puttur. It is a fact that this well has never dried up and caters to the needs of the local folks even during the severest of droughts. The southernmost part of Sri Lanka is called Tondra, and further up towards west is called Sinigamahikaduva. These are the places from where Sugriva, king of the Vanaras, started his onslaught on King Ravana's forces. An interesting as well as shocking episode took place here. To shatter Lord Rama's confidence and halt his progress during the war, Indrajit, eldest son of King Ravana, played a trick with Sita Devi's lookalike. Indrajit beheaded the lookalike in front of Lord Hanuman, thinking that it will stop the advancing forces of Lord Rama.
රම් පද ගල රාම පාද ගල.
There is a story in this area with one footmark which is traditionally believed by the people as Lord Rama's footmark. This place is known as Sitawaka. Yuduganava is the name of this barren land. This is situated in the midst of the jungle called Vasgamuva. It is said that this particular piece of land can never bear any vegetation, as this served as the battlefield and had borne the brunt of destruction. World's End, or Patalalok, is the place where Mahiravanan had hidden both Lord Rama and Lakshmana, who were later rescued by Lord Hanuman and brought them back, carrying them on his broad shoulders.
Here is a special place, holy place for Hinduism. Hanuman has brought this mountain from Himalaya a long time ago. Ramayana story is very famous in Japan also.
At the beginning, I already got to know that Rumasalakande is mentioned in the Ramayana, and also Hanuman brought this rock to here.
Lord Hanuma brought a piece of land from Himalaya. So this is what it says.